if you're a store or a vendor, flipper, backpacker, whatever you want to call it, if you're grading to make money, grading with any other company other than PSA at this point is selling yourself short, centered or off-centered.
Yep.
OC on all of them. All right. So when we just talked, you guys pretty much universally said on just about every card should regrade with PSA before you auction it, should regrade with PSA for value. Yet there, I essentially made that take that you should grade all your cards with PSA for value, and you hit me with off-center. Now I'm sure we're going to get a bunch of but this caveat or that caveat or whatever, but the general overtone is you should grade with PSA to make your money. Thrifty, I'm going to throw this one to you. Why is that an OC take?
Listen, PSA may have premiums, but there are premiums to be had on from other grading companies. You have to check. There's weird little things you can find that make grading with CGC or Beckett or that's pretty much it. Just grade with CGC or Beckett. Don't grade with anybody else. It's actually asinine. Like, don't do that. But like you can find like my favorite, I'm going to go with like an example that I love. It's my Unagabas. The Unagabas, if you grade them with CGC and you pristine them, the price per card is higher than a PSA 10. And then, so it's like, why would I send my Unagabas to PSA, wait 4 months when I could send it to CGC, wait a month and a half, and then it's out the door. You know what I mean?
And a 10, a CGC 10 is more than a PSA 9, right?
Yeah, exactly. So if I get cooked, then I can get it back quicker, sell it quicker, and for a similar-ish price. And worst case scenario, like I still know buyers that are willing to buy me out on my CGC, which not everybody has that option, but like you can find them.
Paying half the price too to get it.
Exactly. Crazy. It literally is half the price, half the turnaround time. What are we talking about? Yeah. That's where I'm at.
Mason, you OC'd it. What are your thoughts? Do you align with what Thrifty said, or was there another reason there that you think?
No, I mean largely the same thought is that particularly with CGC and PSA, there's a reason to go with one over the other. I mean, they have their utility, especially, and we saw this previously with the last PSA slowdown, that there's money to be made if you're just able to put it in plastic. Doesn't matter what the name of the company is, you can make money.
The acronym doesn't matter. Just get the card in plastic.
That is true. Like there's people in Australia that grade with some of the Australian grading companies. Same with the UK.
Listen,
like
I'm not naming any names.
For them, it's viable. And so, because at the end of the day, some people just want it in a slab and they don't care where it's from. And, when you're starting to think about having to send it overseas and tariffs and import charges and customs and all this other stuff and your package getting opened and lost and then the turnaround times, those other options maybe become a little more appealing, which I think
like if capital or like cash flow is a problem, like you can't just like let stuff sit for 5 months. Like I don't have that time. I need it back in a month and a half so I can keep this train rolling. Okay.
And the prices shift so dramatically.
I'm going to give you guys
look
a
at the Burger Chew,
right?
If you're look at the Burger Chew. If you're not grading that stuff quick enough, you're going to lose value. So there's
that's a great example. How many Burger Chews are still in bulk submissions?
There's 100K of them already, and there's still probably another 3x that in bulk right now, bro.
There's a lot of people that I'm hearing rumblings of that had submitted them at faster tiers, but maybe not the fastest tier,
and still are getting
gotten them back. And now, I mean, you're talking they're gonna lose grading fee. They're gonna lose, and I know there's people out there right now. Yeah, down with the scalpers.
You owe me a scorecard.
I don't know if we've agreed to as a swear.
John just wants me to load the binder up, but no. The reality is though, those they're.
If you're a perfect grader, which you can't be because the graders who grade are not perfect, but if you're a perfect grader, you're going to send the best of the best to Beckett to get that black label. You're going to send the next best to get that that pristine 10 at CGC, and then you're going to send the next best to PSA for that 10. In most cases,
and it's interesting. Yeah. You mentioned the Black Label, which we hadn't even brought up.
I won't even bother with it, honestly. It's
I try all the time.
I'm
Never
good.
got one.
Like, I don't
and
care.
I've had some subs that have went really well. I sent a One Piece sub one time that got like, gosh, I think it was like 7 out of 19 Black Labels. Right? It was like crazy. It was one of my earlier ones. And then I had another one that I sent a bunch of cards, 100 cards, straight out of the little cellophane things, super clean. Not a 1.
It's random.
Not a 1. In fact, even the pristine 10 rate was pretty rough.
Listen, it's okay.
And it happens, right? Sometimes you have a bad sub, you low roll, whatever. But that's a great example.
They've got allocated Black Labels they can give out per week, per month.
No, John. Here we go.
Listen, I know a guy that's Black Label gang that can hook you up. Is all I'm saying.
That's the other thing.
Okay.
There's so much.
Yeah, there's so many tinfoil hat theories. I don't buy into any of that stuff.
I grade with all three. I always have. I always will. Depends on the timing, the card, the era. There's so many factors, but I will always grade. I hate and love all three grading companies equally.